Well, hello, 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 everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2026. And of course, you can hear Happy snoring. Sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry. I love Happy, and I'm thankful and blessed for my Happy girl. I am thankful and blessed for you all also for being here with me. Again, this is a uploaded video that I'm doing because I hear that there has been more ransom notes, a ransom note, maybe two, allegedly, that was sent to TMZ today in Nancy Guthrie's case. Go figure. Go figure. So, allegedly, there has been more ransom notes in Nancy Guthrie's case. What in the world, y'all, is going on? Help me with this. Help me with this. Help me understand this. You know? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, what is going on? Nancy Guthrie, 84 years old, mother of Savannah Guthrie. She went missing February 1st, 2026 in Arizona. I mean, some want to get dramatic and say she was just snatched out of her bed. Maybe she was. But she was taken in the wee hours of the night, allegedly from her bed and from her home where she should have been safe. Police believe she was abducted from her home overnight. There was blood found and signs of a struggle. You know, this masked person, allegedly, we believe it to be a man, was seen on camera at her doorbell camera that was tampered with. You know, we've seen lights broken on the outside of the house. We know now that her back doors was propped open, and I say doors because there was more than one now that we know. And as Brian Etten pointed out, it was not a sliding glass door, it was a door, multiple doors. She needed her medication. She had limited mobility. And this was a very urgent situation going on here. You know, why in the beginning were we seeing ransom notes? But the bigger question is, why are we seeing ransom notes today? Why? Even TMZ said it shut down for a little bit and everything was quiet about the ransom notes. But there is new ransom style messages that was sent again today. One of those says she's dead. Even though we think that, we suspect that, there is blood on the porch, or was blood on the porch. I don't know if they've cleaned it up yet or not. We all saw it. It was confirmed to be Nancy's DNA, 100%. Somebody is saying now she's dead. Savannah come out here a week or so ago and confirmed that they sent her a note that said they are sorry. I don't think that the police was taking it too serious. They did early on put somebody in jail for a fake ransom note. Why they can't catch this person or persons, I don't know. But they haven't. I guess for the same reasons they can't find Nancy. We won't even go into that in my thoughts on that. Let's just put it that way. Twiddle D up in there, but whatever. Back in the road, Smiley. But another ransom note says she's alive and in Mexico. Hey, they said early on they didn't think she was in Mexico. No way, no how. This has been a really wild, confusing case. Why does these cases, not just this one, but why does these cases have to be made? You heard me. Why does these cases have to be made so confusing? They want to blame it on creators and YouTubers, and I'm just saying, because I don't really put myself in that category, but I sit back and I watch and I listen. Sometimes I just stay totally quiet. Sometimes I go back and I just go. Sometimes it takes me a minute. Who really makes these cases complicated? That's what I want to know. If you really go back and you really think about it, and if everybody would just shh on the internet, whether it be X, Y, Z, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, would these cases, would they really find these people that are missing? What, would Summer have been found by now? Would Sebastian? Would Michael? Haley Cummings? Tabitha Tutors? We didn't really have much of this internet bullcrap back when Tabitha was missing. She still's not found. You know, I personally come from a couple of streets over from her. I'm just wondering, just curious. You know, a couple of times in a couple of these cases, you know, let's go way back. Marsha Trimble, for example. You know, let's cut it out. Let's get real. We talking about my hometown, Nashville. Let's get real for a minute. I was a little girl then. You know? From Marsha Trimble to now to Nancy Guthrie. Let's get real, okay? We're talking years and decades apart. True story. They even had the wrong people. From Marsha Trimble case decades ago to Nancy Guthrie case today. Allegedly, they had wrong people in Nancy's case. Allegedly. People are starting to question a lot of things. A lot of things. I didn't mean to get off on that. I'm just thinking out loud, you know. Oh, back to the messages. The police say these messages are unverified and could be scams. Could be scams or false leads. You think? Well, here's the thing. They could, because like I said in the beginning, you normally only hear of these things in the movies. This is not Hollywood here. Kind of close, but you know. But my thing is, why can't they find... I mean, they found the first fraudster, scammer that was scamming. He's in jail, right? But why can't they find who is sending these other, you know, who's sending these other ransom notes? It's kind of chilling when you got somebody that's missing, like Nancy Guthrie, okay? You know, it's bad enough when you got somebody like Sebastian and Summer and all that. That's real horrible. And I thought when they come out with military and all these things on Sebastian, and, you know, they couldn't find a whole 120-pound young man. No shoes, no nothing, no trace. That was pretty awful. It still is. But when you can't find a whole human being with somebody that's got money, I mean, something's just not clicking somewhere. Got all the media in the world, nationally, worldwide, everybody is talking about this and ransom notes. And you got TMZ. Why TMZ? Why TMZ? TMZ because TMZ is like stink on shit and can get it out there in a split second before you can blink your eyes. You talking about somebody in the bushes. The paparazzi out there 24/7, always on it. I wouldn't doubt they're outside looking in my window right now. Not paranoid, just saying. TMZ knows everything. Always have. They'll get up in the trees. They'll get up in the pineapples, and they'll squeeze in one of them pineapples if they can, if they thought that they could get the juice out and spread it around. I'm just saying. They've been around a long time. Why can, if they can get somebody, if TMZ can get somebody's Bitcoin's account number, why can't the FBI, why can't the police, why can't somebody track these people? It makes absolutely no sense in the world. Okay? But we got Osama bin Laden. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, okay? Okay, I don't like talking to myself and doing these videos because I get a little bit wild and crazy, honey. Anyway, they say that these messages are unverified and could be scams. Of course they do. So yeah, it feels a little bit chaotic, right? Some of these notes contradict each other, and police have no confirmed suspects. Of course they don't. So I've even heard it with my own ears in my own community and other communities and other platforms. People's flat out starting to look at Sheriff Barney over there. What do y'all think about that? I mean, I heard that months ago. They even compared a picture to him and them eyes. And then all this bad stuff started coming out about him. Like, it just blows your mind. Like, what? What? And then we had another cop from there, like, literally get arrested and fired for kidnapping somebody there. Like, what is going on there? You can't make this stuff up. Now, I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just telling you what the rumor mill is. What is in the rumor mill? Well, no, really, what in the hell's in the water over there? Actually, maybe they need a little bit of water over in that desert, honey. I mean, something's frying and it ain't no eggs. Although you could probably put some eggs on that sidewalk over there. I'm telling you. Something ain't right. Just ain't right. This case is still unsolved, y'all. You got the FBI, the local police. They're still investigating. They have no arrest. Well, they had wrong arrest. Wrong detainment, I should say. The family, you know, you gotta feel, I feel very heartbroken for the family. I feel very heartbroken. I feel very heartbroken for Savannah. I feel very I feel, you know, she knows how to talk to the camera and stuff, but I can feel her pain. I can feel her pain. I can see the pain in her brother. Guys don't show it as much, but the more he talks, the more I see it in him. Annie, I mean, I know she's hurt, but I would expect a little bit more. But people grieve differently, you know. Only because she was there with her mom. She was the caretaker. I just don't know. Again, I don't know. People just grieve different, you know. I would just be beside myself. But I do feel for the family. But again, they believe some of the messages. So Savannah, let me say that. Savannah believes some of the messages might be real. Is that just her holding on to hope? I don't know. Maybe. Some people believe anything if they think it's going to get their loved one back. So I can't get in nobody's head. I can't tell you what she really feels, thinks, or believes. I can't tell you what's really crossed her mind. I don't know. But I know she's asking for her mom back on behalf of everybody. Let me just say it like that. There is a family reward for $1 million. They need closure. She needs closure. Okay? $1 million. That's just the family reward. Okay, there's other rewards out there. So if you definitely know anything, that alone is 1 million reasons to call that in. You can call it in to the FBI at the 1-800-CALL FBI. You can call the Pima County Sheriff's Department 520-351-4900. You can call the do the online tips at tipsfbi.com, or I'm sorry, tips.fbi.gov. Hey, here's an idea for you. Don't contact TMZ. Savannah's back at the Today Show. Contact them and tell them you need to get in touch with Savannah. She's the one with the money, honey. Just a thought. That would be the common sense thing to do for the family reward. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, just saying. Like it or not, that would be 1 million reasons I would do that if I didn't want to deal with the cops. I'm just saying. This person allegedly told TMZ they for sure, for a fact, did not have anything to do with it, that they were out of the country. Okay. Okay, well then you shouldn't have a problem contacting the Today Show then, should you? You should do the right thing. This case is real serious, and it's still active. But the ransom notes are not confirmed facts. Police are still working very quietly on them. You know, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's TMZ. Just like the whole world don't understand that. You know? Except, like I said, they're the go-to to get things out fast, quick, fast, in a hurry. But who can be trusted? I don't know. I don't know. Do y'all know? What are your thoughts on that? I want you to drop your thoughts on that. You know? Because like I said, multiple ransom notes have been sent to media outlets, but TMZ seems to be the go-to. They demand large amounts of Bitcoins for her release. They did for her release in the beginning, and FBI is aware of them, and they investigated each one. At least one person, like I said, had already been arrested for the fake one, for the imposter note. And the big reason this keeps happening is because cases like this, I feel, are for attention, for stirring up emotions, for media coverage. Usually you get 3 types of people sending these notes. Scammers, fraudsters. That's the one that's in jail. He was a fraudster. He was a fraudster in jail before. They send fake ransom demands hoping someone will pay. Bitcoin is used because it's harder to trace, but it should not be so hard that the dang FBI and police cannot figure out why or who this person is that keeps sending these notes to, if they're real, to TMZ, or from what I understand, Savannah may have got 1 or 2 notes personally, and that should have been a huge one. They should have been able to trace that. They should have been able to trace that. But this is very common in high-profile cases. You know, some people are attention seekers. Some people are just trolls. They want the attention. They want to feel involved. They try to insert themselves into this case or cases like these. They try sending tips or fake notes. They try to get recognized. It happens in almost every single case there is, but especially high-profile cases, in major missing person cases. Somebody claims they have inside knowledge, whether it be real or fake. They try to send people on wild goose chases, you know. But the problem is with a few of these notes, supposedly, allegedly, they had details that made investigators stop, look, and pay attention. That's why police officers cannot ignore any of them. But even so, they can still be hoaxes, and they could have got information from, they could know somebody that did this. They could have got information mixed in with the public leaks or information. It's hard to tell. But why, again, people want to know TMZ? TMZ, I'm telling y'all, it's known for breaking big stories quick, fast, and in a hurry. But whoever is sending these believes TMZ will publish it. They did, and they will. And they will keep doing it. They know that it will get attention immediately from TMZ. It has, and it will continue. They know it will pressure and put pressure on the family and or the police. It has, and it does, and it will continue. So basically, they're using TMZ as a huge BHB bullhorn, one of hers, you times it times a million. That's what they're using TMZ for. Even Savannah, she said herself, only a small number of notes seem to be credible. But she did say there is some credible things in there. So, whether they're false or misleading, I don't know. But she says there is some credible things in there. It doesn't really mean there are more than one kidnapper, though. But it could be. And it has been put out there that it may be. But are all these notes connected? I don't know. Are they even real? I don't know. But what I want to know is, why can't this person be traced? I don't care if they're sending them to TMZ or the Bozo Show. I just want to know, why can't they get this person or persons that are sending these letters? And if it's true what TMZ said, that they said, I didn't have anything to do with this, let's get this clear, that I have been out of town or the country, that can very easily be proven. Okay? Why are they so scared? What's the problem? Why don't they just come collect the money with Savannah then, the family, and tell where Nancy is? Leave TMZ out of it. Leave the police out of it. Collect the money. Do the right thing, whether Nancy's alive or not, and give this family some peace. You know, why re-victimize the family? Why keep re-victimizing the family over and over and over and over again? Not only Savannah, not only Annie and Tommaso, if they didn't have anything to do with it. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not accusing them. I'm just saying public opinion is public opinion. I ain't saying mine is public opinion. I'm just saying we all know what's out there. And I'm saying the kids, the grandkids, the nieces, the nephews, anybody's, the church, the community. Why re-victimize these people over and over again? And why slow down the investigation? Why create the confusion for the public? Why continue this mess? Someone is playing with Nancy's life, even if she's no longer with us. Someone is putting out these ransom notes. They're playing games. Who is behind this? And why is there not a stop being put to this? Nancy Guthrie deserves better. The family deserves better. And everyone who has put their time, their attention into this matter, no matter who it is, deserves better. This is sick. It's a sick game. They have already been told, and they hear, and they see everything, and they watch everything. And I hope to God they're watching me, because I have a message for them here in just 1 second. They have been told. They have been told by Savannah. They have been told by her brother. Those two, I have heard it with my own ears. Not only together, but separate. Several times. They have been told they will be paid. Savannah's brother said, "You're not telling us where, how we can contact you, how we can pay you." In my opinion, they're playing games, and they enjoy playing these games, watching the suffering and that sick. So this does not sit right with me or my spirit. These ransom notes being sent, not only not to police, but to TMZ. Period. Let that sink in just a minute. There is an 80, and listen, if you did this and you're hearing this, this is to you, okay? Not only is there an 84-year-old woman who is missing, not only did somebody do this and somebody somewhere is playing games, and here's the problem, okay? Some of them, allegedly, the notes are fake. One person has already been arrested for sending false ransom notes. So now we have to ask, who is doing this? Why are they doing this? Is any of this even real or just games? Because before I go, I want everybody to hear me. And I want you to feel me on this. This is not BS or gossip. This is not for entertainment. This is real. This woman is missing right now. Whether she's dead or alive, and we all hope she's alive, but it don't look good. Even in one of the notes it said that, okay? But between these fake notes, the headlines, the confusion, the truth is this. The truth still needs to be told. Listen, person or persons, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. Okay, that's not for me. Okay, you got to deal with this. Whoever you got to face, your God, your police, your whoever. Okay. But if you know something about Nancy Guthrie, if you did this, whatever, this is your moment. This is your time, because time is not going to stop. It's not going to erase. The truth is going to come out. It's going to get exposed one day, one way, somehow. Every second that passes, her family is still living in pain. I'm going to say this clear one last time. If Nancy's out there, I hope she holds on. If someone has her, if you have her, let her go. If you know where she's at, tell it, say it. But either way, her family needs to know where she's at. Her family needs her back. They need their mother, their grandmother. They need their mother back, dead or alive. I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact, you did not get in this world without a mother. You have a mother, even if your mother is passed on or if your mother is still living. No matter who you are, I'm pretty sure you know where your mother is at. And I'm pretty sure if you didn't, you couldn't sleep at night. You couldn't live with not knowing. So I'm asking you to do the right thing. My mother's dead, and there's some nights I still can't sleep, and I know where my mother's at. I can't imagine how cruel you have to be to take somebody's mother and let them wonder where their mother's at and not give her back. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Whatever reason that you did this, tell them where their mother is at. Do the right thing. You know where your mother is. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you again. I'll see you in the streets. YouTube streets, that is. Thank you.